Hey everybody, I'm Naguura and I'm going to give you a recap for the Sauercrowd event. So the plan is that I'm going to be recording a couple of videos every couple of days about the Sauercrowd event in English because the event is in German, but I know that there's some non-German speaking people that would like to follow the event because it's so hype and everyone is watching it. So I'm going to give you some updates here. I will focus on my own updates first every time, and then at the end I will focus on the overall updates from the event. All right, so first of all, today was the start of the event. Before the event started at noon, I had my brother over and we were doing Frühschopping, which is like a very Bavarian, Tyrolean kind of tradition where you would eat white sausages and you drink beer and you play like traditional music and you wear a dindel and lederhosen. And my little brother was here, he plays the accordion. So he played the accordion and we just had some fun.
South Tyrol. South Tyrol. Chat. Tyrol.
And then my group is with Jenyan and Lost Kitten. They're two German streamers. They're amazing. They invited me into their group without really like knowing me before because I'm not really in this like German bubble. So that was incredibly cute, and I was so glad that they just took me in, and it was really fun to play with them. They are amazing. So yeah, we started leveling it at noon. Honestly, it all went really smooth. First, we had Hegenberg play a song that he wrote just for Sauercrowd, which is amazing. He's like a German singer that was actually got very famous in the German space when Classic came out. He wrote a bunch of songs for the Horde and for the Lions, and maybe you've like heard a song, probably not if you're not German speaking, but he's very famous and he wrote a song for Sauercrowd. Very cool.
Kein Zweifel, kein Zögern, kein Gedanke uns hemmt. Das Licht in uns lodert, bis das Dunkel brennt. Im Namen des Lichts erheben wir das Schwert. Die Stärke unserer Gilde uns den Sieg gewährt. Und wenn wir fallen, dann im Glanz dieser Pflicht.
And then they had a short little speech where they just said, have fun, everybody, and good luck, and so on. And then at noon, we started playing. As I said, played with Jenyan and Lost Kitten. I play a paladin, a human paladin, and Jenyan plays a night elf priest, and then Lost Kitten plays a human warlock. So the problem was that we're not in the same starting area. So Jenyan was walking over to us, while Lost Kitten and we were just like grinding mobs without taking any kind of quests. And yeah, we waited for Jenny, and once she was there, we managed to start leveling. It was a bit of a mess because there were so many people. So we had a hard time tagging mobs and getting our quests done. But we managed. Like, it wasn't that bad. I thought it would be worse. But honestly, it wasn't that horrible. It was actually okay. We were going somewhat slow. Like, we didn't try to like pull like a million mobs. We had to wait a bunch for like named mobs because the named mobs were kind of tough to deal with because of the amount of people there. All the other quests were kind of fine, but yeah, for the named mobs you actually had to wait. We even formed some queues. Like for some mobs there was like actual like queue where people like stood behind each other to wait to kill them up, which was very cute. And yeah, then people spread out a little bit all over the place. We went to Elven Forest, and then afterwards we went to the dwarf starting area and to Dunmorak. We ended up with level, I believe, 14. So we didn't get like super high level, but it was okay. The highest level, I think, at the end when I stopped, we played until 11 p.m. So from noon till 11 p.m. we got to level 14, and I think the highest level was 18 or 19 at the end. We did have a lot of deaths. There were so many deaths. I can't even like start to talk about them. I think the most notable deaths were the highest level deaths from Kucha and Power of Evil. They're two League of Legends players. And they died with level 16 in Westfall on like the coast to the Murlocs. They pulled a bit too much and they were a bit high level and they got rooted from a frost nova that the mobs, the Murlocs were doing, and they died.
Ich mit dem Sloven. Hast du noch Frost Nova?
Nein, du musst. Ja, ich bin tot. Ich bin tot.
Ernsthaft?
Oh mein Gott.
Oh mein Gott, Philipp!
Wir sind
Oh
beide
mein Gott.
tot.
Oh mein Gott.
Ist
Oh
das
mein Gott.
krank?
There's a lot of players that died to Murlocs today. Like, a lot. That was crazy. And there's also a lot of people that died to just being new at the game. I'm sure that's going to get better over the next days. But yeah, a lot of people dying to not having health pod bound, not having their camera zoomed out enough to see when there's mobs around them, not understanding how the leash system works or the reset works of the mob, not having nameplates enabled, generally just lack of keybinds and not using abilities properly, stuff like that. Steel Polymob.
Ich weiß nicht, wie ich jetzt Leben
Das
herbekomme.
war echt-
Hilfe.
Kann sich irgendwo hinsetzen?
Du kannst
aber
doch noch
so.
in
Du
Combat.
bist ein Magier, du kannst
Lauf
essen,
weiter,
was
du bist
du
in
willst.
Combat. But I'm sure, like, since a lot of these people are like new players, I think they're all gonna be able to learn this very quickly and move on. If you are completely unaware of the event and how it works, then you can check my first video where I'm explaining the event and why I'm streaming in German and stuff. There's another video on my channel. You can just check that one out. And yeah, I think that's like most of the stuff that happens. There's still some players going. They're still playing now. They might be doing all-nighters. I don't know. Jenny and Loskit and I, we are going to meet again at 10 a.m. in the morning. So right now, as I'm recording this, it is almost 1 a.m. So we're going to play again in 9 hours. We're definitely super hyped for this. This is really fun. The German community has been amazing, honestly. Like, people have been so, like, just welcoming. And the fact, like, I had been talking like half German dialect, half like South Tyrolean dialect, and half proper German. And even like the dialect people were enjoying. And I was listening to folks with like traditional music the whole day, and people were just kind of like vibing with it. And it was just so cool. And yeah, I had such a good time. It was really great. And tomorrow we're going to continue. I do believe in our group, even though Jenyan is like a new player. She's still learning things, and Loskitendo is more experienced in retail, just like I am. She's not as experienced in Classic. So we're learning things too. For us, this is not super simple either, because retail, of course, is very different to Classic. And for Classic, mostly it's about knowledge, which we're lacking as well. So we're trying our best, and we're going kind of slow. We don't want to like overdo it, because in the end, it's not a speed run. It's a marathon, and I feel like we still got pretty far. So yeah, tomorrow we're going to do a pajama party. We're going to listen to 90s music and wear pajamas. It's going to be great, and I'm excited. But yeah, that's it for the update for today. And I'll do some more updates for the next few days. Remember to follow the channel and subscribe. And watch my stream.